She's right. It wasn't pleasant, but she was right. There wasn't any way that the numbers worked out if one group was 4 and the other group would have always have a digital route that didn't match a door. When Seven spoke, his voice was strained.
Then, you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind?
Yes, we do. Given our circumstances, it's logically and morally the best solution. If the other 6 are to survive, then one person has to sacrifice themselves.
Anyone want to?
No, that's too cruel!
Ah, it looks like we have a volunteer.
What's so cruel about it?
To just sacrifice someone like that?
Sometimes we gotta do what you gotta do. I'm willing to sacrifice everyone else to get out of this fucking place. Sorry, June.
Then what's your plan? Maybe we should sacrifice 2 people instead of just 1.
That's not what I meant! We shouldn't sacrifice anyone!
Ideally, we wouldn't.
I told you, that's impossible. Wake up.
Whoa, whoa, calm down, you two.
Sacrifice both of them. No, we can't get rid of all the females in one fucking round. Sana stepped between Lotus and June.
Look, what Lotus is trying to say is, you should aim to bring the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest amount of people, right?
Yep.
Exactly. That's how democracy works. And for that reason, I think the only fair way to decide who will be sacrificed is through a vote.
Oh god, that's fucked. That's fucked up.
What do you think?
I already have the Ace and 7 vote to not vote me out. Thank god.
No! That's terrible!
June won't vote me up. Awesome. So who do we Lotus. All in favor of Lotus getting sacrificed, everyone raises their hand. Fuck! You got screwed. Thank you for bringing this to a vote.
I'm not asking you. Shut up.
Wow, fuck you too.
What about you, Santa?
Me? Well, I agree, I guess.
All right, that's 1 vote for. Count 7.
7.
I can't say I agree with you, but
Yeah, we have to sacrifice
we
someone.
don't exactly have a choice. If we don't do something, we're all gonna die.
Exactly.
Oh, glad to see you get it. If I can get 1 more vote, then it's decided. What about you, Clover?
Oh, when did you get here? Clover had moved away from the group and was sitting on one of the beds. Her whole body was drooped. Junpei didn't know if she'd even heard Lotus's proposal.
Hey, Clover.
Lotus walked over to Clover and gently laid a hand on her shoulder.
Your brother has to be behind one of the numbered doors.
Oh my god.
We've searched everywhere, but we didn't find him. Doesn't that mean he has to have gone through one of them somehow?
Clover slowly lifted her face.
Let's go look for him together, okay?
Wow, that's really manipulative.
If we sacrifice 1 person, then we can go look for him.
That's fucked up.
You agree with me, right?
Okay.
That's fucked up. Clover nodded once.
The motion carries.
I move a motion to sacrifice Lotus. All in favor? Say aye. Everyone says aye. Ah, bye. Lotus spun around and walked toward Junpei.
Now, let's start a vote to...
That won't be necessary.
Ace had barely spoken for Lotus's entire speech, and everyone jumped a little. 6 pairs of eyes turned to look at him. He didn't seem to notice or even care.
I will stay. That should solve our problem, yes?
No. I want to sacrifice Lotus.
Ace, what are you saying? No, you can't do that! That won't solve anything!
June's voice shook, and she looked around desperately for someone to agree with her. Ace simply looked at her.
June, I'm afraid you may have misunderstood me. I said I would stay, but I never said I would sacrifice myself.
Huh?
I trust you. Each and every one of you. I believe you'll come back for me.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's optimistic, and then there's just nuts. Those doors only go one way. You go in, you don't come out. If we go through them...
You won't be able to return, correct?
Yeah.
True, but that will not be the case once you've escaped from the ship.
True.
What?
Please, I beg you. Once you've escaped, come back and rescue me.
We'll try.
Ideally, within the time limit Zero has given us.
No promises.
No, that's ridiculous. There's no way we could get back in time.
Finally, Junpei could hold his tongue no longer.
We've only got 5 hours left. We don't even know where the hell we are.
How on earth are we gonna find someone to come and rescue you?
No idea.
Then,
That's for you guys to figure out.
perhaps you would prefer to stay instead of me?
Nope. I vote Lotus.
Or perhaps you would be willing to leave June behind?
I vote Lotus. Ace's voice was dignified and without a hint of cruelty or malice. Junpei had no rebuttal.
You see, there's no other choice. Then I see we've come to our conclusion. Go on. Don't worry yourselves about me.
Okay.
Go, quickly.
Bye. Junpei stood frozen by indecision, unable to move. And sorry, I did not have the Ace vote. I meant I had the Snake vote, but he's not here. Fuck. So I would have only had 7 vouch for me. Shit. Well, and June. For sure. Everyone else would have voted Lotus, though, so it would have been fine. June bit her lip so hard that Junpei feared she would break the skin. Sena stood against a wall, calm and aloof. Seven tore his beanie from his head and turned it over anxiously in his hands. Only Clover stared at Ace with an expression Junpei was unable to decipher. Lotus's attitude, however, was different from the others. Probably happy.
Good. Let's accept his kind offer then.
Of course you are. She smiled, her eyes bright. Ace answered with a smile of his own.
Good. I think this is the best for me. Perhaps I'll be able to take a nap. It may be my age, but I get tired so easily these days.
As he spoke, Ace lowered himself down to the floor next to one of the beds. From somewhere deep in the ship, Junpei suddenly heard the screeching of metal on metal. It was almost as if the ship were screaming. Would it really hold until their time limit was up? Already D-Deck was flooded. In the sudden silence, the only sound was the sad metal wail of the ship. Unsurprisingly, it was Lotus who spoke first.
Well, what are you waiting for? We're wasting time. Why don't we hurry it up?
As if a spell had been broken, the others all began to talk at once.
You're right. We should get going. That's all we can do right now.
7.
Seriously. Honestly, I was getting kind of sick of listening to you guys talk.
You too, Santa?
I think we have to.
I have to find my brother. Wait, all of you. Let's just calm down and think about this.
Think about what?
There has to be a way to get everyone out. There has to be.
Like?
Right, Jumpy? Say something.
Yeah, let's think.
Yeah.
There's gotta be another way.
His words sounded hollow and fake.
Fine. Forget about it. I'll figure it out on my own.
Okay. Stop being so emotional. She spun around and ran toward Ace. He'd slumped down next to the bed when June grabbed his arm and pulled.
Ace! Come on, Ace. Please stand up. You can't give up yet.
I'm
We
taking a
just
nap.
have to sit down together and think about this. We'll figure out a way that we can all get out of here.
Then it happened. Ace fell forward. He slumped over onto the wooden floor, his body folded in half like a boxer out cold.
Ace!
June cried out and dropped to her knees beside him. She put her hand around his neck and did her best to lift him up.
What happened? Ace, say something.
Meh. She shook him frantically. His eyes fluttered open.
I'm all right.
His voice was weak and slightly slurred.
How are you all right?
This.
He held out his left arm and slowly opened his hand.
A syringe?
Shit. He's a druggie. In it was a syringe in a small vial. The vial was empty. It had only been recently been emptied. A few drops clung to the side. There was a label taped to the side of the container. It read, Soporil? Beta. Good thing it's a beta. Soporil Beta.
Soporil Beta. What does this do? Did you use this?
Yes. It's just anesthetic. I'll be fine.
No, I'll be fine.
Anesthetic.
I'm on cloud 9 right now. I could care less.
I found it earlier, while we were searching the hospital rooms.
Oh, good. You had to get your fix on.
I thought it might be useful later.
With what?
I didn't think I'd be using it on myself.
Why did you do this?
Because then it would force everyone else's hands to go.
Didn't I tell you? I'd like to take a nap.
So that way, like, people will stop arguing, and then we can't argue anymore that someone's already out cold, and there's no point in dragging him around.
I really am very tired.
Junpei knew that wasn't why he'd done it. Ace had injected himself with anesthetic to forestall Junpei and June's attempt to bring him along. If he couldn't move, there was nothing they could do. He'd injected himself so that they would be forced to leave him behind.
Ace,
Is there something you want to say? I just like to sleep a little. Could you keep it down?
no, don't, Ace, don't fall asleep.
Don't go into that sweet night.
You feel warm.
Okay, calm down there, dude.
So comfortable. I think I'll have a nice dream.
Okay, that's just weird. Ace's eyelids drooped further and further, almost as though he were dying.
Ace! Ace!
Taking a nap, shut the fuck up. She shook his shoulder again and again, but this time he didn't respond. Only the gentle rising and falling of his chest told them he was alive. Junpei was relieved to see he was, in fact, still breathing.
Let's get him up on a bed.
He lifted Ace up off the floor and laid him on the bed he'd been leaning against. When Junpei turned around, Lotus gave him a look of pity.
Well, we really don't have a choice now. We can't let his sacrifice go to waste, right?
Yeah,
Like you even mean that.
yeah, really.
You say something?
No, nothing.
Yeah, you're just a bitch. It felt wrong, but he had to agree. Then suddenly Santa spoke.
Yeah, but we're not done choosing yet, are we?
Huh? What do you mean?
We have to get through a door.
Well, we haven't decided who's going in what door.
Ah, yes. Yes, that's true.
Enough of this screwing around. Let's decide. You first, Lotus. Which door do you want?
I want door number 8.
Then I want 7.
It's the same number as my bracelet number.
Got it. You're 8. You're next 7. Which one do you want?
I'll take 7. I can't get along with that old lady.
I agree.
What? What did you just say?
You're an old lady. Her face distorted by rage, Lotus took a step forward toward 7. Oh god. He threw up his hands and made a face like a child caught with his hand in a cookie jar.
Who, me? I didn't say nothing.
Oh, you're gonna get it next time.
Oh, that's not suspicious. She shot him a glare that would have melted steel, then turned and stalked off.
All right, who's next?
Santa's gaze moved across the 3 people left. Finally, they stopped on Junpei.
Junpei, which door do you want?
7. At last. Junpei's mind was already made up. I want door 7.
I think I'm gonna go with door 7.
I don't want Lotus.
Okay, 7 it is.
Yeah.
All right then. That means June's got to go through 8.
What? Why?
What?
Santa grimaced and muttered angrily to himself, but finally began to explain. No, it's okay, because my end goal, we find the 9 door. June, me, 7. That's all we need, and we can go. That's 9, and we can leave.
If the 6 of us are gonna keep going without leaving anyone behind, there are only 3 ways we can do it.
Plan
Have
A.
3, 5, and 8 go through 7, and 4, 6, and 7 go through 8.
Plan B.
4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8.
How about 3, 5, and 7 go? Plan C.
Or 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8.
So basically, I have to put up with Lotus to go with Santa, or I go with Clover and 7. Basically. God, there's too many outcomes with me and Lotus together. I don't want that. Any option that's not with Lotus is good by me.
There are no other combinations. In other words, 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 can never go through the same doors. You get it now?
As Shayna finished, June looked over at Junpei, tears welling up in the corners of her eyes.
Oh no! You're saying we aren't gonna see each other again for a long time.
Oh my god, we haven't seen each other for a long time anyways. You're so needy. Junpei felt it just as June did. He wanted to be at her side, though through whatever trials they were preparing to face. But he knew if they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings. Good god, she is so fucking needy. In order for the 6 of them to move forward, he and June had to be separated. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but he swallowed, steeled his resolve, and did his best to smile.
Hey, come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again.
Yeah,
We gotta split up, but only for a while.
we already split up once.
This is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember?
Exactly.
We got split up then too, but we all met back up. I'll bet 7 and 8 are just like that.
You mean they're connected somewhere?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
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 It's like a 60-40 chance. She didn't sound very hopeful. It was 7 that interjected.
I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
Why? What makes you think so?
Because it just has to.
If they don't, then neither team can get through door 9.
Exactly.
In other words, the game would end right here. Zero's been on top of his shit so far. I don't think he'd blow it now.
Yeah, and I already have my 3 to get the fuck out of here.
I'm damn sure that son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible. He's not gonna end this game until we get through the 9 door.
Yep. June said nothing. The tears were gone, but her eyes were still sad as they looked at Junpei. He met them with what a reassurance he could manage, laid his hand gently on her shoulder.
Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again. I promise.
Probably. June bit her lip and gave him an almost imperceptible nod.
Yes.
Imperceptible.
Promise?
Nod. Yeah, sure. Promise. Her voice was barely above a whisper. Sena's voice shattered the moment.
You guys are done, right?
Yeah, good guy. He stretched and continued.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 8 and Clover can take 7. Any problems with that, Clover?
Meh. Clover looked away and was silent for a moment.
Whatever.
Thanks. It was more of a dismissal than an agreement, but Sena didn't seem to care.
All right, we're ready to go then. Let's move.
At Sena's command, the group split, heading for their respective doors. Clover 7 and Junpei walked toward door 7. Sena, Lotus, and June headed for door 8. For a long moment, they stood in front of the door. 7 took a deep breath.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
It's open.
A narrow hallway stretched out before them. 7 and Clover leapt through the door.
Let's do this!
Hurry!
They have 81 seconds. The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. The detonators in their bracelets had been activated. Junpei stepped forward to follow them. But as he was about to step over the threshold, he'd stopped. He looked to his right, toward door 8. June stood there, a mirror image of Junpei. She turned and looked toward him. Their eyes met. They nodded. They do not go through the doors. Everyone else dies in there. Oh my god, that would be so fucked up. And we'd be fucked because we'd only have Ace left. Then we'd only be... Actually, we'd be able to go through door 3. Actually. Because together we can make a 12. Which would get us through door 3. But we could kill everyone else. And then we'd be fucked.
June.
Jumpy.
God, that would be so horrible. Please give me that option that we just stop and everyone dies. The doors close. Oh, God, that would be so fucked. I really want to do that now. Their farewell took almost 1.5 seconds.
What the hell are you doing, Junpei?
Are you gonna kill us? Then someone took hold of Junpei's arms and hauled him bodily through the door. Yeah, but I could never kill 7. Or Snake. I like both of them. He heard the sound of the numbered door slammed shut behind him. His bracelet gave a cold electronic beep.
Only 81 seconds left!
Only, it just started.
No time to waste, guys! Let's get moving!
Seven led the way down the hallway. Junpei and Clover followed him as fast as they could. After what seemed like far more than 81 seconds, they reached the end of the hallway.
Look! The door on the left! I can see the dead!
There was no time to rest or catch their breath. All three slammed their hands in quick succession over the scanner panel on the dead. Still trying to catch his breath, Seven leaned heavily against the wall.
It stopped. It stopped.
Yep. We're not out of this yet. His smile seemed forced and a little crooked.
This is the second time we've gone through one of these numbered doors, but... Whew. You never really get used to it.
Of course not. He stood up straight, no longer out of breath, and wiped some of the sweat from his head and neck. Clover smirked at him.
I would have thought a guy your size would have bigger balls than that.
Oh, shit! Damn, you're getting called out.
What? What the hell did you just say? Say it again! I dare you!
God. Get fucking called out.
You have no...
Oh, let her finish.
You little... You wanna die?
Oh my god, this is the best thing ever. I'm so glad I went through this door.
I'd like to see you try.
Oh, shit! Oh, I want to see this too.
You fucking brat! Alright, let's go!
I just pull up a chair to grab some popcorn. Let's go. I want to see this go down.
Hey, calm down, guys. This isn't the time for this.
Junpei, shut the fuck up.
It's not gonna do us any good.
Damn, she called him the fuck out though. Oh my god. No balls. Junpei sighed. Sometimes he wondered if the doors in the puzzles were really the greatest challenge they faced.
Wait here for a minute, alright? I'm gonna go see if there are any other doors.
They didn't respond, but Junpei wasn't in the mood for a conversation anyway.
We just came through this door. And of course it's shut tight.
Duh.
There's a short hallway on the left here, and an iron wall. I doubt I can get through it.
Well, that's just because you're being pessimistic. At last, he gave up and returned to Seven, who was tapping lightly on the wooden door.
This door's the only option we've got, right?
Yep.
Yeah, looks like it.
Hey, something's written on the door.
Oh, God.
On that iron plate.
Oh.
It says operating room.
Ooh.
If this thing's telling the truth, there could be body parts inside here.
Oh, God.
Well, this is probably not going to be pleasant.
Something about it made Junpei feel nervous. Now I kind of wish I didn't come through this way, but I do like the people here.
Well, there's no point to standing around. Might as well go in and see what's waiting for us.
Yep, might as well. Seven grabbed the brass knob and slowly opened the door. The creak of the hinge sounded like the groan of an old woman.
What's wrong?
No, it's nothing.
I just don't want to go in here. A chill snaked its way down Junpei's spine.
Let's just go.
Quickly, he gathered what courage he could and took the first step into the room. Seven followed, with Clover right behind him.
Huh?
God. Oh, this is like a... Fuck, what... Forgot what they actually called him. Damn it. Part of the room was just the door... Just past the door was obscured by a screen.
What the hell is this?
It's like the surgical theater or whatever. Operating theater, whatever they call it.
Why don't we take a look?
Hey, Clover!
Clover's curiosity got the better of her, and she darted past Junpei to peer around the screen. Dead body. Her scream nearly blew out Junpei's eardrums.
What?
Clover!
He and Seven ran toward Clover to see what had frightened her.
Hey, what's wrong?
They rounded the screen, and the cause of her outburst was immediately clear.
What the hell is this?
Never mind, that's a mannequin.
Is this a corpse?
No, it's clearly a mannequin. It was just something that looked like kind of a human Oh, that looked kind of like a human laying across some sort of bed. No, not a bed. An operating table. The table sat on a rusty steel lift, and a cluster of bright operating lights shone down on it from the ceiling.
We should probably take a closer look.
I mean, you can see it's a mannequin one because, like, these lines right here aren't normal lines of a human. The fingers are too stiff right there. And this hair's too stiff as well. So, I mean, it's clearly not a real human body. Just doesn't have that same appeal or look to it.
Yeah.
Appearance. Slowly they approached. As they got closer to the body, it became clear that it wasn't a body at all.
This is...
Yeah.
What the hell? That's just a huge doll or something.
Doll?
Yeah, you don't practice operating on a human the first time you have one. Clover did not look terribly comforted. Slowly she approached the operating table and looked as intently as possible, from as far away as possible, at the thing. Junpei could see her relax.
You're right. It's only a doll. Man, it really scared me.
She heaved a great sigh of relief and wiped a few drops of sweat from her forehead. Seven smirked.
Well, I guess it would have been weird if you actually had any balls.
Oh, shit.
Shut it! Don't you start with me, fatty.
Oh, God.
Oh, what's this? You want a piece of me, short stuff?
Yeah, bring it on, you whale!
Oh,
Hey, guys, not again, okay? Seriously, knock it off.
I wouldn't even stop it. I'd just let them get their aggression out.
Jeez. Anyway, it looks like he's got something the two of you could stand to have a little more of.
Oh, my God. Shut up, Junpei.
I'm talking about a heart.
Huh? Oh, this? You mean on his chest?
Yeah.
It was set a little higher than normal for a human heart, but from the shape of the organ, there could be no doubt that it was a heart.
Why would there be a heart in a doll?
I don't think it's a doll.
You think maybe it's like a medical mannequin or something?
Or maybe it's got more personal uses?
Oh my God! No, it is not, Seven. Seven's grin was was more than a little perverted. Clover glared at him.
Anyway, how about we take a look around this place? Let's...
Okay.
Sure thing.
God. Oh no. Chemical prep room. Oh boy. Operating room. Shit, this is huge.